Hi, Chuck Hawley from West Marine with a quick performance project that you can use on your small powerboat. You know, for years we've been selling a product called Smart Tabs. This is from a company called Nauticus. They've made a variety of styles of trim tabs, but these aren't this kind of trim tabs that require a lot of installation because they don't use electricity and they don't use hydraulic power. They actually just use the pressure of a pneumatic cylinder to hold them in the right location. Now inside this box of Smart Tabs, and incidentally this is for a 21 to 25 foot powerboat, you get two each of the following items. You get the trim tab, which is an injection molded piece, nicely done. You get the hinge, which bolts to the transom. You get the little strut, which has a lot of pressure in it, but actually pushes the trim tab down into position. You get a bag of fasteners, so you get all the little parts you need, including the screws to install this, very complete. You get some color instructions, which are among the best user instructions I've come across. They have color images all the way through. They tell you what size fastener to use and what size drill to use. It's very complete. You also, if you want to use a computer for your instructions, you get a DVD, and the DVD will tell you step by step how to install them. So how difficult is it to install? Well, you're going to see in the next couple of minutes. And all I need is a drill motor. In this case, I've got a little driver drill so that I can also screw in the fasteners. A drill index. I think I need two drills to drill the holes. Measuring tape and some silicone seal or polysulfide sealant. So that's what I need. Let's see how long this actually takes. We're starting now, and we will tell you at the end of this project exactly what it's taken to install the Smart Tabs. The first step is to mount the hinge plate on the back of the transom. It's recommended that you put it so that it's about 3 to 5 inches in from the corner of the transom to get it as far outboard as possible, but not all the way outboard. So just for compromise, we're going to put this 4 inches in from the outside of the transom. To make sure that I get the holes in exactly the right place, I've installed one screw in the transom mounting plate, and now I'm going to drill all 5 other holes so that I have perfect alignment. Then I'll pull the plate off, clean up the screw holes, put some caulking in each one of the screws, and then put the fasteners back in. The next step is to attach the plate to the hinge area. And to do that, I use these 3/8 inch plastic bolts and nuts. Now we're going to install the transom bracket to this little compression strut. To do that, we want to make sure that we use the end that has the 2 wire ties on it. We put it in place, and then we force this tapered pin through it, and it'll hold itself in place. It's got little keepers on the end of it. This takes quite a bit of force, and now this forms the upper hinge point. Now I need to attach the strut to the bottom of this plate. And now the plate has 5 different holes in it. I'm going to use hole number 3, sort of the medium position to start out with. But if it turns out the boat either has too much trim tab pressure or too little, you can move the strut to one of the other holes and change how much pressure it pushes the bow down with. So now I've got the actuator in place. Everything's ready to go. All I have to do is to mark the holes for this upper transom plate. I'll mark them with a pen, pull the arm out of the way, drill the holes, and then reinstall it. You want this to be sitting in the down position, which is about 25 degrees down, its normal rest position. It'll touch in the back here so that it doesn't go too far down, and that's where you want to mark the holes. I should have pointed out earlier that it's a good idea to have a number 2 Phillips with you just for those final installations, because some of the clearances are too tight to allow you to use a electric driver drill. So I finished. This is the right hand trim tab. It's completely installed. It took less than 10 minutes. And now take a look at how this works. I'm just going to push out from underneath it. It has quite a bit of pressure. You can imagine it's going to take quite a bit of water pressure to make it do that, but it'll give the bow a bow down attitude when you're accelerating, and then as the water pressure increases, it'll come up naturally and really extend the water line of the boat when you're at a full plane. And remember, if you didn't get it exactly the way you wanted it, you can simply remove this one bolt and move it to the hole 4 or 2 or 1 or 5, wherever it works the best, and try it like that. Now I've got to do the other side and finish up this job. I hope you've enjoyed looking at this Smart Tabs video. It's a great, quick weekend project. And if you've got a boat that you don't really want to go to the expense of putting in a set of hydraulic or electric trim tabs, you might try the Smart Tabs. It's a lot less expensive, a lot easier to install, and of course the full family of Smart Tabs are available at West Marine stores and at West Marine Online.